What a scene, a spectacle, a cavalcade of dancing lights trying to hype this crowd into a frenzy, and it's working because they know what a huge matchup is in store. Welcome between the hedges to Athens, Georgia and Sanford Stadium, home of the Georgia Bulldogs. As we'll see a top 5 team in this conference taking on the second-ranked team in the land, the Georgia Bulldogs. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Georgia about to kick it off to get us underway. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. On the run, it's Martin. Surges across the 30, out to the 32, a 6-yard run. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season, or the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think, goes a long way in who wins this one.
And, man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a baller.
Wants to throw. It's Retzlaff. Pulls it in. It's Roberts. He goes out of bounds, maybe a step shy of the 40. They're going to mark it at the 39, and a really nice pickup there. The Cougars will snap it on 1st and 10. Handoff from the gun. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Second down, they'll go to the air. Not in lockstep there with the receiver. The dogs are barking and growling and trying to hold him here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That is exactly how you set a tone when you're on defense, and especially when you're at home. If you can get them and force them into a punt early, keep that crowd going and involved, man, is it fun to play defense.
Quarterback making adjustments. They'll try to get outside. Running to Green. Oh, out of space. Turning it on. Inside the 30. He's at the touchdown, Georgia. He got loose, and it was lights out after that. Boy, did he just scorch that defense with that score.
He shows you all of him, Reese. He's got the speed, he's got the agility. This dude's a big-time playmaker. Just give him the ball, and he'll find different ways to kill you on different plays.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. What a way to send a message. Huge play in the running game. One snap, and you've got a touchdown on the board. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you're not thinking about airing that thing out.
On the ground, it's Martin. Squirts across the 30 to the 32, a pickup of 5.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever. Third and manageable. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
Looking downfield, it's Retzlaff. Got the quick pass. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer. But you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Scrambling away. Unleashes one. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. Now they'll run it on the toss. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down.
Well, it's an electrifying run. You think about the tradition at the running back position for the Bulldogs. Herschel Walker and his Heisman Trophy. No Sean Marino. And how about this? Todd Gurley, Nick Chubb, and Sony Michel all there at the same time. I bet this guy could have gotten to that rotation, though, because he's got those types of skills.
To throw, it's Stockton. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Good gain on the return, and this defense has set them up with a big play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They'll start this drive at their own 48. The give out of the gun. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. And the Cougars moving quickly to the line.
Really nice penetration by this defense, getting in there immediately, causing the running back to have to go a direction he doesn't want to go. And this defense has started the game so good. Several drives, no points allowed, and setting the tone on this drive.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there. So instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
This dog crowd is off the leash, and they are coming after them, bringing noise on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throwing right. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
BYU will bring the punt team on the field. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchback. In front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll try the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. It's Stockton. Pocket breaking down. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
Brings up third down.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play call and everyone on the same page here. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. He's looking downfield to throw. Unloads to the right. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Touchdown Cougars. And what a turn of events as this defense gets the pick six.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, got a final score on one of the more intriguing games this week. Texas A&M overcame a sloppy start and just put the finishing touches on a notable road win. And to pick yourself up and dust yourself off away from College Station, these Aggies got to be thrilled with this result. All that speculation all week, and now we know. And something tells me, fellas, we haven't heard the last of either of these teams.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. They've really performed at an elite level in conference play, and that'll build your confidence as we continue through this SEC season.
This was a team that was really motivated in the offseason coming into this one, and they knew the challenge ahead of them, but they also know how talented they are. And, David, they're putting that on display each and every week here in SEC play.
And let's pump the brakes, because if they're happy with what they've done so far, they're going to have some losses. Like, this is a tough league. The SEC is not easy to navigate. They're going to have to continue to grow and get better, but it's a heck of a start.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. Wide receiver comes in motion. The give to the back. Into the pile, maybe got one. He stopped at the 21.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Release to the back. Fired just a little too long as the junior frustrated he missed that connection.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
The play action fake. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up in pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven on defense, it's going to be tough.
Sends his first one of the day on its way, and that matches the number of appearances he had in that win last week. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. BYU has it back. The Cougars ready to get into that playbook. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up with an opportunity to get get some points, start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the 50.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Retzlaff. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. Now, in that ethereal realm of BYU quarterbacks like Ty Detmer and Steve Young, Jake Retzlaff has a chance to claim a spot in there, David. 11-2 a season ago, just missed a playoff. If they can get to the CFP, what does it mean for a program like this?
It would be huge. I mean, BYU is a good program, but nobody looks at them as an elite program. So they could perform at that level. And listen, it's going to be Retzlaff. He's that guy. Like, he's scrambling, throwing, making plays. Kind of had a knack for big plays last year.
Fires toward the end zone. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception. And the Dogs keep playing fetch on these passes, channeling their inner Scott Warner, Champ Bailey, or Keely Ringo, and making plays.
Just ball hawking, making plays. And again, when you pressure the quarterback, and the Dogs do that as well as anybody, you pressure the quarterback, force that ball out in the secondary, playing great coverage, making big-time plays in the back end.
Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in 2nd and short, not a good job by this defense.
The Bulldogs with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The offense changing the play. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he picks up the first down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. Quarterback will keep it. Able to scrounge 3 yards out of that one somehow. It's 2nd and 7.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
So now it's 2nd and long. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll move the wide receiver. Looking for a man. It's Stockton. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
Yeah, and how about this defense, man? That's the 3rd sack of the day. They've been putting pressure, getting him on the ground. Not something they've been good at throughout this season. This defense playing better because they're getting more pressure on the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on 3rd down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
Georgia lining up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Now on the return. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. drive comes from the 27. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
To the air on first down. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And the defense there goes zone coverage, maybe confused the quarterback a little bit, forced him to hold on to the football, and that allowed the pass rush to get home.
Now facing second and long after the defense came up with that sack. Back to throw, it's Retzlaff. He's going for the big play. Pulls it in down the middle. It's a seam wide open, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, BYU!
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making side adjustments here. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the right. And he throws another interception. His third one of the night. Inside the 25. Stopped at the 24. Clock will stop to move the chains.
Well, that's a huge moment here in the game at the end of the first half because the offense is trying to march down the field. They're trying to cut into the opponent's lead. But with that interception and with that return, the defense now, they've put their team in an opportunity to pad their lead with more points here at the end of the first half.
Looking to throw on first down. He'll try to do it himself. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. One more snap coming before halftime. Running back searching for a hole. He's dragged down at the 12 as they try to cash in on this red zone opportunity. The offense will quickly use a timeout. Waning seconds of the first half, and they'll try to tack on a 3 before they head to the locker room. That thing would have hit a string in the middle of the uprights. Perfect. And now the lead is even bigger. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. BYU will try to boot it deep to start the second half. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the second half. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
Runs through a tackle. Stopped at the 42, but he got 15 yards on the play.
You're down. Obviously, the half, we had a conversation conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit.
Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. Turning on the Jets. And they get him out of bounds after an explosive run, just chewing up yardage along the way.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because, Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy play because he has game-breaking speed. Stuff he can't coach. You saw it on that.
It's loose. Bounced right back to them.
That ball carrier is very lucky. That easily could have ended up in the hands of the defense. You have got to do a better job with ball support.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Off play action. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown Bulldogs.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Guys, let's recap that ACC matchup that has just gone final. South Carolina was relentless today in a road win that frankly wasn't even as close as the final score indicates. This was a vintage Gamecocks performance, one that really should instill confidence within this program. We expected to see a shakeup in the ACC. It's bound to happen in this kind of game. But this type of win is a serious statement.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. Pressure coming. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center nowadays in football. You can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them they'll get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Finds a spot down the gut of the knee. They're ripping off chunks of yardage. They get it to the 33.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They're going to run it. Not much there on the run. He gets one to the 31.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
To the air on 2nd down. That's caught. It's Martin. Shows him the stiff arm. And the completion gives him a fresh set of downs and keeps this drive moving. Sometimes it's not about a fancy play design. It's about just getting him the ball and letting him play.
Especially nowadays with running backs being so good out of the backfield. You know they're going to catch it, and there's so many ways to use them, but exactly. Get it to him, let him break tackles, let him make plays. Easy decision.
Dropping back, it's Retzlaff. Throws for the tight end. He's got it. They make the tackle just outside the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
On first and goal. Let's see if BYU can score here. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Now second and goal, and right in the teeth of this noise. Back to pass. Wide out trying to get it in. Touchdown, BYU! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they capped the drive with a 4-yard touchdown pass. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Fielded in the end zone, it's Branch. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This drive will open from the 15. Gets the back moving. He'll take it himself. Gets it past the marker. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking, more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Dropping back, it's Stockton. Lost one deep down the right side. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
With the break, they had a little extra time to dial something up for this third down play. From the gun, wants to pass. Gonna let it fly. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Oh, they're after him! And that falls incomplete on 4th down, but wait just a second. There is a flag, and this is a big call. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Gonna run it. It's McCray. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Caught in the backfield, it's Frazier. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Georgia going back to work with another first down. To the air, it's Stockton. Under fire. This time they were able to keep him in check and stop him short of that first down.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Rush is on him. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason.
Oh, he's got some space. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
Well, trailing like they are right now in the fourth quarter, their execution offensively is just going to have to be at a premium. You can't afford a lot of incompletions at this point. Everybody is going to need to be on the same page moving forward.
Quarterback making checks. Wants to go up top on first down. They're working that left side. They finally get to him. A lot of play there to pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Now on first and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. He pushes his way down to the 4 as they get closer and closer. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We thought we might see some of this. They'll go to the Wildcat formation here. It's incomplete. They've been waiting to run that one and couldn't quite pull it off. It's third down.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
They'll come to the line just trying to keep their hope alive on third and goal. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Dogs! That big score makes the end of this game very interesting.
No doubt the offense got what they needed. More work to do, but you had to get this part accomplished first.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Boys, expect the unexpected in college football, and for some, this update could fall under that category. Maryland proved it is battle-tested and capable of winning any place, any time after this one. And just think of the confidence this Terps team gained today. Invaluable, if you ask me. Regardless the outcome today, guys, these are still two quality programs. Proof the sport is as healthy as ever.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Looking to pass. It's Retzlaff. Throws to the tight end. Finds a man on the right. No, he loses the ball after the huge gain. Oh, the fumble, and the defense got it.
And that was the play of the game. They've got the lead offensively. They're trying to run this thing out. He coughs it up, the defense jumps on it, and all of a sudden, this game has a different feel.
Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. They're lining up on 1st and 10 from the 38. Gonna run it. It's Martin. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3.
And if you'd have told this defense that they stuffed this great running back today, they'd have taken it. They'd have been happy. But the offense has still put up production, and they're still in the lead, trying to find a way to finish this one off.
Two-minute timeout arrives, and this defense desperately needs to get the football back. The Cougars can really attack on this 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Looking to throw, it's Retzlaff. Unloads to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. The tackle is made, but he's got it 1st and goal from the 6. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
Keeping it on the ground on 1st and goal. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. On 3rd and goal, you can't hear yourself thinking here. From the gun, wants to pass. Here's the pressure. They stop him short as he was trying to scramble and find his way to the goal line.
Really nice job by the defense that time. 3rd down, they're expecting pass, but they also know that this quarterback is dangerous when he wants to scramble. And it was almost as if they were expecting that. They were able to get to him, get him down. It now sets up 4th down. And you don't see the defense sprinting off the field just yet, guys. They're not sure. With this guy's scrambling ability, they may try to go for this.
Trying to slam it. Touchdown, Cougar! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive.
BYU 31, Georgia 21.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They'll move the tight end. Back to pass, it's Stockton. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Couldn't hang on to that one. This defense has already picked off 3 passes, almost had the 4th. It'll be second down.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit because even down to the last seconds in this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
After the incompletion, they go back up top. Looking to the big tight end. Got his man to the left. And he goes out of bounds, but finally this passing game gets something going here as they try to rally.
Hey, you know, the defense here in this situation with a huge lead, they've got to anticipate that this offense is going to be trying to throw the ball to the sideline, so they've got to work different coverages to try to force the quarterback to go over the middle of the field with the football.
Fires to the right. He makes a catch. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Might be changing the route. Wants to throw on first down. Looking for the score. Into the end zone for a touchdown, and here in the final minute, they still have a chance.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the owner?
And with the extra point, they draw closer. It's 31-28. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. The clock is just inside 50 seconds to play. If they don't recover the onside kick, this one is all but over. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No doubt about it. I think there were a lot of eyeballs watching this game, not just fans of these two teams, but people maybe outside of conference affiliation looking in because this is a ranked matchup. So when you get this win, this is huge in the eyes of the committee with respect to the college football playoff. This win just means more.
I was thinking the exact same thing. Like, for the college football playoff picture, how big is it to get a big win, a ranked win, who now you're probably going to be matched up head-to-head with who's better, who's going to make the playoff. Big feather in the cap, big day for them.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.